Hi, I'm Kellyanne. If you're looking for ideas on how to improve sales, increase your margins, and retain more customers, please stay tuned in for the next 10 minutes where we will run through our top 12 tips on how leasing can make you an expert salesperson. Most major manufacturers and suppliers of capital equipment will either have their own leasing company or use the services of a company like us. For some of them, their sales would be a fraction of what they are if they did not promote a finance offering. Now, it's not just the biggest companies that are offering leasing solutions to their customers. Most independent suppliers of capital equipment will have a lease offering. So here you go, our top 12 tips on how to increase sales and become an expert in leasing. Tip 1. Break down the capital cost to a daily value. This is the biggest kept secret in selling. Let's use the example of a £10,000 piece of capital equipment. The rental will be £200 per month over 5 years, or £10 per working day. That's just about £1 per hour. Depending on what you are selling and who your customers are, you might find it easier to break down the capital cost by the number of employees or per square foot in the example of an office furniture fit-out project. Get your prospect to think about the capital cost as so much per hour, per day, or per week. The smaller the amount, the easier your job will be to sell. Tip 2. Understand that most organizations will finance equipment. Nearly all companies, schools, government bodies, and charities will lease equipment such as photocopiers, vehicles, water coolers, and even their offices. Every day, we speak to suppliers and they will tell us that their customers do not lease when in reality, they do. Tip 3. Either you mention leasing or your competitors will. Don't fall into the trap of losing a deal to your competitor whilst they are quoting a monthly rental price, and you just present the hefty total capital cost. Not only may your competitors' pricing look so much cheaper, but they are offering your prospect a solution on how to fund the investment. Tip 4. Match your cost to the prospect's benefit. If you are going to recruit a new employee, would you pay them 3 years' salary in advance? No, you match their monthly salary to the benefit they give the business. Leasing is exactly the same. Just match the monthly rental to your prospect's cost saving, or compare the rental to how much they will make from their investment. Tip 5. How to improve your margin. If you are selling software and making a 75% margin, then charging more might not be of interest. However, for most of us selling capital equipment and making between 5% and 30% profit margin, a prospect asking for a small discount can make a big difference to how much you make. So here you go. Let's take the example again of a £10,000 solution sale. Over 5 years, a guideline monthly repayment is £200 plus VAT. If you charge the client £240, that's only an extra £2 per day, or £1 in the morning and £1 in the afternoon. However, your sale value goes up to £12,000. Think about all that extra margin you will make. Tip 6. Speed up that order. So many times we see a prospect being indecisive and delaying an order. We respect this, and it can be for a whole range of reasons. However, lots of orders are delayed as companies do not have the funds or the budget immediately. So they put back and delay the order that you are so keen to close. Sometimes months might go by and the deal fizzles out. Leasing always helps speed up the order as it takes away so many of the barriers to your prospect making a decision. Think about it. Using the example of the £10,000 sale again. If your prospect delays a month, all they are doing is delaying a £200 rental for a month. That's a big difference to them, saying let's put back the investment to our new financial year. Tip 7. A simple way to retain more customers. Customer retention can be so challenging in capital sales as you might only be making a sale to your customer once a year. They do forget you, and when there is not that personal interaction, it is so much easier for them to look at competitive suppliers. That's one of the great things about leasing. If your client wishes to upgrade, terminate, or settle a lease, we get informed and then pass this valuable information to you. As you organize the leasing, it helps you maintain a closer relationship with your client. Tip 8. Make your customer feel at ease. A lot of capital equipment salespeople do not wish to talk about finance. It might be embarrassment, a lack of understanding, or they feel they might offend the prospect by implying they do not have the money. A lot of this comes down to how you position a finance and leasing option. So, think of saying something on these lines. Number 1. We respect £10,000 is a lot of money. Let me get my leasing company to call you. Or, how about 2. Many companies similar to yours pay for the equipment on a rental basis. It makes budgeting easier and allows you to pay for the equipment as you use it. With your permission, shall I ask our leasing company to give you a call and talk through some options? There is no cost to this, and you are under no obligation to go down this route. Tip 9. Leasing is easy to understand. All too often, capital equipment salespeople are nervous to talk about leasing, as they do not fully understand how the rentals are calculated or how the process works. Well, the process is really simple, and you can calculate the rental in seconds using our portal. If you wish to know more, please take a look at our other video called I'm a Supplier, How Does Leasing Work? Tip 10. Your customers get many benefits from leasing. Many capital equipment salespeople say, our clients do not lease. But please ask yourself the question, why do companies lease? Well, there are many benefits to your customers leasing. Some people believe their only real benefit is cash flow, and hence if they know the prospect has the cash, they do not bother mentioning leasing. There are many other reasons as to why organizations lease, such as budgeting, buying equipment via a revenue budget as opposed to a capital budget. The ease of decision making is a big reason why even large companies choose to lease their equipment. Tip 11. Get paid quickly and reduce bad debt. Now, this is not a benefit if you earn commission when your company raises an invoice. However, leasing is fantastic when it comes to your company's cash flow, as they get paid in a matter of days. Quick payment helps reduce the risk of bad debt. Coupled with excellent cash flow, this can only positively reflect on you. Tip 12. How to double your sales. We have left our best tip until last, and it's one that most car leasing and photocopier companies use. They lead with a rental quote and sometimes never discuss the capital cost. Put yourself in the shoes of a prospect and the mental process they go through when looking to make a new investment. Before they choose the manufacturer or supplier, before they start looking at what type of equipment to buy, they focus on one thing and one thing only. How will we fund the purchase? Most sales are lost at this stage as companies look at a project and do not even engage with a supplier. They have already said no to a purchase as they do not have the budget or cash. You and your competitors do not even get a look in or become aware of the opportunity. What happens if you can convert all these deals? Could your sales double, treble, or even quadruple? So, give this a go. Start talking to prospects about a cost per day, price per week, rental per month. And do not mention capital cost until you have developed and created their need. Thanks for listening. If it's been of use, please like this video.